Welcome back to the Deep Digger Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, my other host right over there.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Drop some comments below. Let us know your thoughts.
Well, let's talk about the Commanders because they're in kind of a similar situation with Terry McLaurin, their wide receiver. He's trying to get another contract, and they've not budged. They've pretty much said, we will not give you a giant contract. One, because of your age, and two, because we're a contender right now, and we want to have that flexibility to build out the rest of the roster if need be.
100%. They should pay him. I mean, this is a guy that has been there at Washington for a while. He's put up with the Dan Snyder of things. He's put up with the different name changes, the organizational toxicity that has been the Washington organization for a number of years now. And the entire time, he's kept his head down. He's done his job. He's done his job extremely well through coaching changes, through quarterback changes, through all of this. He has been the one constant and the one, North Star that is the Washington Commanders offense. And now he wants to get paid. And now it is time to pay him because guess what? You're not paying anybody else. I mean, yeah, you brought Deebo Samuel, and Deebo Samuel now makes more than Terry McLaurin. If I was Terry McLaurin, I'd be like, yo, okay, then Deebo, you're the number one. Go out and show them what you can do.
I did see this too, that Adam Peters, that's Deebo's his guy. So Adam Peters, of course, is going to take care of Deebo, and I'm sure there's something in him that is like, hey, maybe Deebo could be our number one. Like, he was the number one for the Niners for a few years, so maybe he could be our guy with Jane Daniels. But it's not.
Yeah, no. I mean, this Washington Commanders team is night and day with Terry McLaurin on the field and Terry McLaurin off the field. And he's going to make $15 million this year. Jamar Chase just got paid 40. And if we want to be reasonable, okay, like let's not, all right, hey, we'll say that's an outlier, that's whatever. Okay, then give me 30 like everyone else is getting. I'm making half of what everyone else is making. That's wrong. That's bullshit. And for the people being like, well, he has a contract, play out the contract. Okay, well, if you're severely underpaid, you're also doing the same thing. You're going up to your boss and saying, hey, I want a raise. If not, then someone else will pay me and you can move on. The only difference between him and you is the fact that you are an at-will employee. That's it.
I mean, if they're not going to pay him, I say trade him.
But I think this is complete opposite of Micah Parsons. I don't think that Terry McLaurin truly wants to leave. I think that he wants to be there, but he wants to get paid. And the only reason he now has shown up to training camp is because they are hard stance and you're not going to get back. I think he gets like $50K for every day he misses, and you can't get that back with the new CBA. So he's like, you know what? I will show up. But if I'm showing up, I'm going to be a disruption while I'm here, and I'm going to put my name back out there. And so he showed up, and now he's requesting a trade. And I think that is a leverage play.
Well, like the CBA board members were telling players, hey, fake a hamstring injury. Nothing they could tell you. Oh, I'm hurt, coach. I can't play this week.
It's my back.
The CBA board members were literally telling the players to fake injuries. So, hey, use any tactic, I guess. But no,
also, the NFLPA is so weak. They're the weakest of the three major sports. I think that the NFLPA should be ashamed of themselves. They should have negotiated a better CBA because what we're doing as far as guaranteed money is ridiculous compared to the other three major sports.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic that we can get into in another video. The Commanders, I think Terry wants to be there. Does Jaden Daniels have to pull a kind of Joe Burrow and flex his muscle a little bit and say, this is my guy, take care of him because we need him for this season?
Yeah, and again, it's not like he has 3 years left. This is his last year on his deal. And even if you did what the Steelers did with TJ Watt, and it was like, hey, you know what? We're going to do a shorter term extension. Instead of it being this long drawn out, we will just fully guarantee everything. Here you go. We'll do 2 years fully guaranteed. And I think that's perfect. That sets you up for, hey, we still have that flexibility if we want to kind of move off things, or, hey, when Jaden Daniels' contract is going to be spoken about because he's going to make top dollar, we're already kind of out of Terry McLaurin's contract. I think that's cool. But yeah, I think you make that move. I think you do what's right as an organization, and you stand by your guy who stood by you this entire way.
And I think the other argument I'm seeing is people being like, we could get a wide receiver in the second, third round. Oh, look,
Then do
their
it.
wide receivers are popping up everywhere. And to that, I say, look at Traylon Burks that just broke his collarbone and got cut by the Titans, who was supposed to be the next AJ Brown. It was basically, I don't have the trade details, but it was clearly we like this Traylon Burks guy. He can replace AJ Brown kind of situation. And
I
we
mean,
saw how well that went.
it's a tale as old as time when it comes to the NFL. Hey, you know what? We have this guy. He's getting more expensive. We're going to move off of him, and we are going to draft a guy who is cheaper. And we think that we can get even 3/4 of the same value as we did with the original guy. And it just doesn't work out that way. Sometimes you just got to pay the guy. And I think that's the same here. And I mean, if you're saying, oh, you know what? We can draft a guy. Well, you drafted a guy in the third round last year, Luke McCaffrey, who hasn't really worked out. You know what I mean?
He's made a play here or there over his time.
If you have to, oh, he's
He's a
yeah, it's not.
McCaffrey.
He's not
He's
Terry
gonna work out.
McLaurin. He's not Terry McLaurin though.
Yeah, no. My thing, I would feel a lot better trading Terry if you already had that next guy in house. Because the receiver room, you could fill up, you could load up on talent. But if they definitely don't have the next guy, they have an older Deebo Samuel who still needs, I think, to prove that he can produce on at a high level, or even like a above average level. I think he needs to show that he can produce as a receiver. And outside of that, you got a lot of, maybe three or fours out there, maybe threes, maybe four wide receiver.
Yeah, again, elite receivers are not growing on trees out there. You know what I mean? Like when you have a guy, you need to lock him up, and I think they have a guy. Let's just get the deal done. And I think that for the long haul, I think Terry should sit. I mean, if it comes to it, I think you sit out games. I think you look at the landscape of where you're at. You're like, hey, one, we're in a division with the, coming off Super Bowl champs for the Philadelphia Eagles. We had a really hot season last year. We want to keep that progress going. Good luck without me. I think he has to sit out 1 or 2 games before they see the value of what they can do with Terry McLaurin. I know teams have already reached out to the Commanders asking about Terry McLaurin, and they've shut those conversations down. If you're not going to pay him, then you got to start fielding those calls.
Yeah, and I think they need to just bite the bullet and pay him, at least give his money for this year, because look at the Niners constantly in battles to pay the players going into the season, finally caught up to them this last year. The Jets with Hassan Reddick, he probably would have really helped them if he was on the field since the beginning of that season. The Bengals don't know who's going to play in the game leading up to the game. So it really, Bengals might have made the Super Bowl last year if they had just paid everyone and figured it out, because they drop a couple games at the beginning of the season and then boom, they don't make the playoffs. So I think this is a crucial year for Washington. I mean, Mahomes won the MVP in his second year. Lamar wins the MVP in his second year. This could be a huge breakout year for not just Jaden Daniels, but this team to establish themselves as the next top team.
Yeah, and again, if you're this Washington team and you want to continue to grow with Jaden Daniels and have him take over, you do still need him to have a security blanket, a guy that he is very, very comfortable with, someone that is also a second kind of quarterback on the field that can maneuver guys and be like, hey, Deebo, actually, you're lined up on this side. Or, hey, you know what? Because you're still learning the offense, here, I'll show you the route. You're taking something off of the field, not only like for this training camp, which is crucial, but possibly for games moving forward, which, I mean, it's going to be heavy.